Imagine waking up every day feeling free, free from money stress, free from the endless cycle of earning and spending, free to live life on your terms. Most people spend their lives working long hours, earning money, and then spending it just as fast. They chase promotions, buy bigger houses, upgrade their cars, and fill their closets with things they don't really need. But in the end, they still feel stuck, always needing more. This book will help you see money in a completely new way. Instead of just something you earn and spend, money is really the time and energy you trade for it. Every dollar represents hours of your life. When you spend without thinking, you're actually giving away pieces of your life. But when you manage money wisely, you can use it to create freedom. You'll learn a step by step system to track your money, reduce expenses, and invest in your future. It's not about becoming rich just to have more. It's about making enough to live happily and never feel trapped by money again. If you follow this system, you'll find yourself spending less, saving more, and eventually reaching financial independence, where you no longer have to work unless you want to. This book isn't just about numbers. It's about changing how you think about money, work, and life itself. If you've ever felt stuck in the paycheck to paycheck cycle, wondered where all your money goes, or dreamed of a life where you're in control, then this book is for you. Chapter 1: Making Peace with the Past. For years, you've been earning money, spending it, and maybe even saving a little. But do you really know where it all went? Have you ever looked back and wondered how much of your life was spent working for things that didn't truly matter? Most people never stop to think about their financial journey. They earn, they spend, and they repeat the cycle, often without questioning if their money choices align with what truly brings them happiness. This chapter is about facing the truth of your financial past, not with guilt, but with understanding. Understanding where your money has gone. Money isn't just paper, numbers in a bank account, or something you exchange for goods. It represents your time and energy, hours of your life spent working. If you've ever felt like you never have enough money or that you work too hard just to stay afloat, it's time to look deeper. Where has your money actually gone? More importantly, was it worth the time you traded for it? Take a moment to reflect on all the money you've earned over the years. Think about every paycheck, every side hustle, every bonus. Now ask yourself, how much of that money has stayed with you? How much has been spent on things that truly improved your life? And how much has slipped away on things that didn't matter in the long run? Most people avoid thinking about this because it can be uncomfortable. It's easy to feel regret, frustration, or even shame when you realize how much you've wasted. But this isn't about punishing yourself. It's about learning from the past so you can create a better future. Tracking your financial history. The first step to making peace with your financial past is to gather all your financial information. You can't change what you don't understand. It's time to look at your income, expenses, savings, and debts. This means going through bank statements, pay stubs, old receipts, anything that helps you see where your money has gone. Make a list of all the jobs you've had from your very first paycheck to now. Then write down all your major expenses over the years: rent, bills, food, shopping, entertainment, vacations. Look at past debts like credit cards, student loans, or car payments. Try to get a clear picture of how much money you've earned versus how much you've spent. This process can be surprising. You might realize that a huge portion of your earnings went toward things you barely remember: expensive meals, impulse purchases, or monthly subscriptions you forgot about. Or maybe you'll see that your spending has been mostly responsible, but you've still struggled to save. Either way, the goal is to see the truth so you can take control. Letting go of guilt and regret. Once you've looked at the numbers, the next step is acceptance. No matter what your financial past looks like, it's important to let go of any regret or shame. You made the best choices you could with the knowledge and circumstances you had at the time. Dwelling on past mistakes won't change anything, but learning from them will. Instead of feeling bad about money you've wasted, focus on what you can do now. Maybe you spent years working just to keep up with expenses, never feeling like you were getting ahead. Maybe you've made impulsive financial choices that set you back. That's okay. What matters is that you're ready to change. Forgive yourself for past mistakes and move forward with new awareness. Every financial decision from this point on can be made with more thought and intention. The past is done, but your future is still in your hands. Taking the first step toward financial freedom. When you finally make peace with your financial past, something powerful happens. You stop feeling trapped by money and you start feeling in control. You begin to see money not as something that controls your life, but as a tool that you can use to build the future you want. This chapter is the foundation for everything that comes next. Before you can change your financial future, you must first make peace with your financial past. Chapter 2: Being in the Present, Tracking Your Life Energy. Most people go through life earning money, spending it, and hoping there's enough left over. They think of work as something they have to do, and money as something they have to chase. But what if you could see money differently? What if, instead of just numbers in a bank account, you saw each dollar as something much more valuable? Your life energy? You trade hours of your life for money. Every time you go to work, you're giving up time. Time you could spend with loved ones, doing what you enjoy, or simply resting. The real question is, are you spending your money in a way that makes that trade worth it? Calculating your real hourly wage. When you think about your job, it's easy to see it as just a paycheck. But to truly understand what you're trading, it's important to calculate your real hourly wage. This isn't just about your salary or hourly rate. It's about everything you give up to earn that money. Start by calculating your total yearly income, but don't stop there. Consider the hours you spend commuting, preparing for work, and dealing with work-related stress. Subtract these hours from your total working hours to get a clearer picture of how much time you are truly investing. For example, if you make $50,000 a year, but spend an hour commuting each way 5 days a week, that's an extra 500 hours of your life every year. When you factor in those hours, your real hourly wage is far lower than what you might think. Identifying your life energy exchange. Now that you have an idea of your true hourly wage, it's time to start looking at how you spend your money. Every dollar you spend is an exchange of your life energy. Did you spend money on something that brought you happiness or meaning? Or did you spend it on something that simply filled a moment, leaving you with nothing but more clutter or stress? Tracking your spending isn't just about adding up numbers, it's about looking at the bigger picture. For every purchase, ask yourself, is this worth the time and energy I spent to earn the money? If you're spending money on things that don't bring lasting value or happiness, it's time to reconsider. When you spend money on experiences, hobbies, or things that truly enhance your life, you're making a better exchange of your energy. But when you spend impulsively or on things you don't truly need, you're wasting your life energy on that don't matter. Spending with purpose. The goal is to spend with purpose. This doesn't mean you have to live frugally or never buy anything you enjoy, but it does mean you should be mindful of how your money aligns with your values. If you value family time, for example, spending money on experiences you can share with loved ones is a wise choice. If your career is important to you, investing in education or tools that help you grow can be a good use of your energy. You don't have to say yes to every purchase, especially when it's not something that supports the life you want to create. By tracking where your money goes and comparing it to how much of your life energy you're giving up, you'll begin to see patterns that can help you make better choices. Reassessing your priorities. To track your life energy, take some time to reassess your priorities. What matters most to you? Is it your time with family, travel, personal growth, or security? Whatever it is, once you know your values, you can start to spend more intentionally. By becoming more aware of how you trade your time for money and how you spend your money, you'll make choices that bring more meaning to your life. Your money should be a tool to enhance your life, not something that drains you or keeps you stuck in a cycle of work and consumption. Taking control of your life energy. When you truly understand the connection between your time, your work, and your money, you begin to take control of your life energy. You don't have to stay stuck in a job or spend money on things that don't matter. By tracking your life energy, you'll make better decisions that align with what you truly want from life. Being in the present means using your time and money consciously, ensuring that every choice reflects your goals, values, and well being. When you understand the exchange you're making, it's easier to feel in control, knowing that your choices today are leading to a future that reflects the life you want to live. Chapter 3: Where is it all going? Most people have a vague idea of where their money goes, but they rarely stop to look closely at their spending. They earn, they spend, and they repeat the cycle without fully understanding the long term impact. Without this understanding, it's easy to feel like money slips through your fingers, no matter how hard you work or how much you earn. In this chapter, the focus is on tracking exactly where your money is going. TAC, the power of tracking every dollar. To truly understand where your money is going, you need to track every dollar. This isn't just about keeping track of large expenses like rent, bills, or loans. It's about paying attention to even the small purchases: the coffee on your way to work, the lunch you buy on a whim, the streaming service you forgot you were subscribed to. All of these little expenses add up over time, and they can have a bigger impact on your finances than you might realize. Start by writing down everything you spend for a month. Keep receipts, use a budgeting app, or just keep a notebook where you jot down each purchase. At the end of the month, you'll have a clear picture of where your money has gone. You might be surprised at the things you've been spending money on without even thinking about them. TAC, identifying the leaks in your spending. When you track your spending, you start to see the leaks in your finances. These are the small, unnecessary expenses that seem insignificant at the moment, but when added up, can drain your bank account. For example, a daily $4 cup of coffee may not seem like much, but over the course of a year, that's more than $1,000. Similarly, a subscription service you never use or dining out more often than you realize can quietly eat into your savings. The goal is not to make you feel bad about these small purchases, but to raise awareness about where your money is going. The more you understand your spending habits, the more control you can take over them. Once you've identified the leaks, you can decide whether they're worth the cost. Is that daily coffee really helping you? Is the subscription giving you value? Or are you paying for things that don't truly bring joy or purpose to your life? Understanding the true cost of convenience. One of the biggest culprits of unnecessary spending is convenience. It's easy to pay a little extra for convenience, ordering food delivery instead of cooking, paying for a premium version of an app, or opting for the faster, more expensive option. In the moment, it feels like a small price to pay for saving time or avoiding effort. But over time, these small conveniences add up. Ask yourself, is the convenience worth the cost? Could you find ways to save without sacrificing the things that really matter to you? For example, maybe cooking a meal at home is a bit more effort, but it could save you money and give you the satisfaction of enjoying something you made. Could you find a way to enjoy your favorite activities without relying on expensive conveniences? Looking beyond the numbers. Tracking where your money goes isn't just about the numbers, it's also about understanding what your spending says about your values and priorities. What do your spending habits say about what you care about most? If you spend a lot on clothes, but don't save much for the future, it might suggest that you place more importance on appearance or instant gratification. On the other hand, if you prioritize saving and investing, it may show that you value long term stability and security. Understanding where your money goes gives you the power to change it. If you don't like what you see, you can make different choices moving forward. The goal is to make sure your money is being used in ways that align with what matters most to you. Reevaluating your needs versus wants. One of the most powerful steps in tracking your spending is learning to distinguish between needs and wants. A need is something you can't live without: food, shelter, healthcare, transportation. A want is something you desire but could do without: new clothes, fancy gadgets, entertainment subscriptions. When you track your spending, you'll see areas where your wants may have been mistaken for needs. Perhaps you've been treating eating out as a necessity when it's really just a convenience. Maybe you've been buying things you think you need, but that don't truly add value to your life. By becoming more conscious of the difference between needs and wants, you can make better decisions about your spending. Cutting out unnecessary wants doesn't mean living a life of deprivation. It means prioritizing what truly brings happiness and value. Creating a conscious spending plan. Now that you know where your money is going, it's time to create a conscious spending plan. This isn't about restricting yourself or feeling guilty about spending. It's about being intentional. When you spend with purpose, you direct your money toward things that are meaningful and aligned with your goals. Start by listing your priorities. What matters most to you? Your family, your health, travel, Then, adjust your spending to reflect those priorities. Cut out the expenses that don't bring value and allocate that money toward things that do. You'll start to see how small changes in your spending can have a big impact on your financial future. The big picture, where your money is taking you. Ultimately, the question of where is it all going is about more than just tracking expenses. It's about seeing the bigger picture of how your money choices are shaping your life. Every dollar you spend is a decision about what you value, and where your money goes determines where your life is headed. When you track your spending and identify patterns, you gain insight into your financial habits. This awareness gives you the power to change your future. Instead of being a passive observer of where your money goes, you become the one in control, deciding where it goes based on your values and goals. By being conscious of your spending, you can align your money with the life you want to create. Chapter 4: Three Questions That Will Transform Your Life. To change your financial life, it's not enough to just track your spending. You need to ask yourself three key questions that can shift your mindset and help you make better choices with your money. These questions are about your values, your time, and how you use your life energy. Question 1: What am I spending my life energy on? Every time you spend money, you're trading hours of your life that you've worked for. Are your purchases truly worth the time and effort you've invested? By asking this question, you get clear about whether your spending aligns with your goals and values. For example, spending money on things that bring joy or personal growth is often a better exchange of your life energy than buying things that don't bring lasting value. Question 2: Is this purchase in alignment with my values? Your values guide your decisions. This question helps you assess if what you're spending money on aligns with your core beliefs. If family time is important to you, spending on experiences with loved ones might be worthwhile. If your health matters most, spending on healthier food or fitness could be a priority. When your purchases reflect your values, your money supports your life goals. Question 3: How much is enough? This question helps you determine what enough means for you. It's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of more things, more experiences, but defining what enough looks like allows you to break free from endless wanting. Knowing how much is enough helps you make mindful decisions about what truly adds value to your life without overextending yourself. The power of these three questions. These three questions give you control over your money by helping you focus on what truly matters. Instead of spending aimlessly, you'll be more intentional with your money, ensuring it supports your values and long term happiness. Regularly asking these questions will lead you to make smarter, more fulfilling financial choices. Chapter 5: Making Life Energy Visible. Now that you've tracked where your money is going and asked yourself important questions about your spending, it's time to take the next step: making your life energy visible. To do this, you need to gain clarity about how your money and time are connected and how those choices shape your life. Understanding the flow of life energy. Money isn't just a tool for buying things, it's a representation of your life energy, the hours you've spent working. The idea is to make that energy visible so you can see the direct connection between your time and your spending. By becoming more aware of how you spend your life energy, you'll be better equipped to make choices that align with your long term goals and happiness. Creating a visual picture of your spending. One powerful way to make your life energy visible is by creating a visual representation of your spending. You can do this by creating charts, graphs, or lists that break down your expenses into categories: food, transportation, entertainment, bills, etc. The goal is to see clearly where your money is going and how it relates to your time spent earning it. For example, you could calculate how much time you spent working to afford things like takeout meals or clothing. This helps you understand if those purchases are truly worth the time you've given up. By having a visual representation of your spending habits, you begin to make more informed decisions. PAPS Thrive has shifting your focus to value and purpose. When you see how much time you're spending to buy things that don't bring real value to your life, you'll be more likely to adjust your spending. Instead of spending on impulse or convenience, you'll start focusing on things that contribute to your happiness, health, or long term goals. For example, if you realize you're spending too much on fast food because of convenience, you might decide to spend a little extra time cooking at home, knowing that the trade off will be more meaningful in the long run. The key is to shift your focus from temporary satisfaction to lasting value. Tracking your time. In addition to tracking your money, you should also track how you spend your time. This could involve writing down how many hours you spend on work, leisure, errands, or personal growth. By visualizing your time, you gain a clearer sense of how much life energy you are investing in different areas of your life. Are you spending too much time working and not enough time on the things that matter to you, like family or personal well being? Tracking your time can help you see where adjustments are needed to create a more balanced and fulfilling life. Becoming more intentional with your choices. The ultimate goal of making life energy visible is to become more intentional with how you spend both your money and your time. When you can see the impact of each decision, whether it's spending money or investing time, you can make more conscious choices that reflect your values and lead you toward your desired future. By making your life energy visible, you gain control over your financial and personal decisions, leading to a more fulfilling and purposeful life. When you know where your energy is going, you can redirect it toward what matters most. Chapter 6: Valuing your life energy, minimizing spending. Once you have a clear picture of where your money is going and how your life energy is tied to your spending, the next step is to value your life energy more deeply. This means minimizing spending in areas that don't bring real value or align with your goals. The less this you waste on things that don't matter, the more you can invest in what truly enriches your life. The cost of spending. Every dollar you spend represents time and energy you've spent working. When you spend money thoughtlessly or on things that don't bring long term happiness, you're essentially wasting your life energy. Minimizing spending isn't about depriving yourself. It's about making smarter choices that better align with your values and goals. For example, instead of spending money on things that quickly lose their appeal or don't add value, like impulse purchases or expensive gadgets you don't need, you can focus on things that will truly enhance your life. Identifying unnecessary expenses. The first step in minimizing spending is to identify unnecessary expenses. Ask yourself whether each purchase is something you need or something you simply want. Needs are essentials, things like food, shelter, and healthcare. Wants are the extra things you buy to satisfy temporary desires or impulses. By clearly distinguishing between your needs and wants, you can cut back on spending that doesn't serve your greater purpose. For example, cutting back on eating out, canceling unused subscriptions, or avoiding impulse buys can make a huge difference over time. Making mindful choices. Minimizing spending means making more mindful decisions about your purchases. Before you buy something, ask yourself, is this worth the amount of time and energy I spent earning it? When you stop and think about the real value of a purchase, you can make choices that support your long term goals rather than short term wants. For example, instead of spending on things that won't add lasting value, like new clothes or gadgets, think about what will bring you the most joy or benefit. Could that money be better spent on an experience, a course for personal development, or saving for your future? Cutting back without sacrificing enjoyment. Minimizing spending doesn't mean you have to stop enjoying life. It's about cutting back in areas that don't bring lasting fulfillment so you can spend your life energy on what matters most. You don't have to live a life of deprivation. Instead, you can focus on what you truly value, whether it's more time with family, travel, personal growth, or financial freedom. For example, instead of spending money on expensive entertainment, you could enjoy more affordable options like hiking, cooking at home, or spending time with friends. These experiences often provide more long term happiness without the price tag. The power of saving and investing. By minimizing your spending, you free up more of your life energy to save and invest. This allows you to create a financial cushion that can support your goals and give you more freedom in the future. Whether you're saving for an emergency fund, investing in your retirement, or putting money toward an important life goal, the less you spend on unnecessary things, the more you have to build your future. The power of saving and investing lies in the compounding effect. Small contributions over time can grow into significant amounts, and the earlier you start, the greater the rewards. Living with more purpose. Valuing your life energy and minimizing spending brings greater clarity and purpose to your financial decisions. When you spend less on things that don't truly matter, You start making room for what does, whether that's financial freedom, a better lifestyle, or the ability to invest in meaningful experiences. Minimizing spending puts you in control of your money and your life. The more conscious you are of how and where you spend your life energy, the better decisions you'll make moving forward. By focusing on minimizing unnecessary spending, you'll find that your financial future looks brighter and your life feels more aligned with your values and goals. Chapter 7: Valuing Your Life Energy, Maximizing Income. After minimizing spending, the next step is to maximize your income. This allows you to make the most of your time and earn more for your efforts, which gives you greater financial freedom. The value of your income. Income represents your life energy, the time and effort spent working. Maximizing your income means earning more for the time you invest. The key is to recognize the value of your time and use it wisely. Increasing your earning potential. One way to increase your income is by improving your skills. Education and learning. New skills can open doors to higher paying jobs or promotions. Another way is to negotiate your salary. Many people settle for less than they deserve, so learning how to ask for what you're worth can lead to higher earnings. Diversifying income streams. Relying on one income source can limit your financial growth. Consider side jobs or freelance work, which provide extra income without quitting your main job. You can also explore passive income options like investing in real estate or stocks, which can generate money with little ongoing effort. Building wealth through income. Maximizing your income isn't just about earning more now, but about building long term wealth. Extra earnings should be saved or invested in ways that grow your money over time, like putting it toward your retirement or other financial goals. Balancing money and meaning. Maximizing income also means finding work that aligns with your values. Earning more is important, but it's equally essential to enjoy what you do. Balance extra work with time for your health, family, and personal growth. This will ensure that increasing your income doesn't come at the cost of your happiness. Chapter 8: Capital and the Crossover Point. Capital refers to the money or assets you accumulate that can generate income over time without requiring active work. The goal is to reach the crossover point where the income from your investments exceeds your living expenses. At this stage, you no longer need to rely on active work for financial support. Capital is the foundation of financial independence. As you save and invest, your capital grows, generating returns that provide a steady stream of income. The more you build your capital, the more income it can produce, eventually covering your expenses without you needing to work. Building capital starts with setting aside a portion of your income for investment. Whether it's in stocks, real estate, or other assets, the goal is to accumulate resources that can generate passive income. Over time, this process allows your assets to grow and work for you, creating financial security. Reaching the crossover point occurs when your investments generate enough income to cover your living expenses. This marks the point where you no longer have to trade time for money. Your assets are doing the work, and you're free to live without the constant need to earn a paycheck. Achieving the crossover point requires consistent effort. By saving and investing wisely, you build a solid capital base that can eventually sustain your lifestyle. The larger your capital grows, the quicker it will produce the income needed for financial freedom. Once you reach the crossover point, you gain the ability to design your life without financial constraints. The income from your capital will provide the security and independence to live on your own terms without relying on active work for survival. Chapter 9: Managing Your Finances. Managing your finances involves taking control of your money so it works for you, instead of you constantly working for it. The key is to have a clear picture of where your money is coming from and where it's going. This awareness is the first step to making intentional choices about how to use your money in a way that aligns with your values and financial goals. It starts with tracking your income and expenses. Understanding the flow of money helps you identify areas where you can save, invest, or cut back. By tracking your finances, you become more aware of unnecessary spending and find opportunities to redirect funds toward more meaningful purposes like savings or investments. Building a budget is another essential part of managing your finances. A budget allows you to allocate funds to necessary expenses, savings, and investments, while also giving you a clear idea of what's available for discretionary spending. Creating and sticking to a budget gives you more control over your money and helps ensure that you're living within your means. In addition to budgeting, paying off debt is crucial for financial health. Debt can take up a significant portion of your income and prevent you from building wealth. Focus on eliminating high interest debt first and then tackle other debts strategically. Paying off debt allows you to redirect those funds towards savings or investment opportunities, accelerating your path to financial freedom. Managing your finances also involves making smart investment decisions. As you accumulate savings, investing in assets that generate passive income, such as stocks, real estate, or businesses, can help you build wealth over time. The more you invest wisely, the more your money works for you, providing the financial security you need to live the life you want. In addition to the practical aspects of managing money, it's important to adopt a mindset that supports financial growth. This includes being patient and disciplined in saving, investing, and building wealth. It also involves making conscious decisions about how to use your money in a way that reflects your goals, values, and long-term vision. By taking charge of your finances, you can reduce financial stress and gain the confidence to pursue your dreams. Financial management is not just about numbers. It's about creating a life that aligns with your priorities and gives you the freedom to choose how you spend your time and energy.
Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time to join me. If you found the video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with others. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so feel free to leave a comment.